Welcome back to my channel. My name's Laura Watson, and this is the February What's on My Desk video, where I give you a quick update of the new illustrations that I'm working on in my sketchbooks and any other cool projects. So if you'd like to see more botanical illustrations, then keep on watching. Hello and welcome. So this is my What's on My Desk update for February. I am trying to do this with my baby. We'll see if this works out. First of all, we have the 4.5-month-old, and we also have the cat taking up some space on the desk. But let's talk about watercolors. I did not get very much done so far in my country diary. I do have the update that I've penciled in what I want to paint for the title page, which is kind of exciting. And I'm hoping to paint this soon. It won't be completely realistic because these are sort of made up stylistic drawings, but I think it'll tie in. And then of course we have January, and now my very small amount of progress for February. I have some notes made up to the 17th of February. 3 drawings of primrose, snowdrop, and variegated ivy, but a different type of variegated ivy than last month. And then I have some willow catkin to put in here. I just need to draw it. And that is so far all I have for February. I may or may not get a second page. I am hoping to get my country diary update out probably by the end of the month or beginning of March. And I am going to be going to my sister's and my mom's soon to stay for a bit. So I know they love looking after baby, so I think I'll get a little bit more time to paint, which would be great. So that's my country diary for now. The other things I have on my desk, of course, are my beautiful paints, my custom artist quality paints. There is a video I've made on how I put this palette together. So these are tube paints that I've put in pans, and clearly some of them have come out in the fray of traveling around with it, because most of the time lately my watercolor painting happens at my mom's. And at the beginning of this video you saw me sitting in a beautiful room with a creek running out behind me, and that is my mom's house. So that's usually where I get a bunch of creative stuff done right now, because my sweet baby boy is a little older now and just decided he doesn't like to nap during the day. The other thing I have, which is not watercolor related, is just this little portable mic thing. So I'm using it for the first time right now. I didn't have it on for my video intro, but I'm hoping it'll help the sound when I'm talking to my camera or phone. And then this is something else I had been working on, and again it went to the wayside when the nap schedule did too. This is my other sketchbook. It's also the Speedball fluid design paper. Do a quick flip through for you. So I have just some botanical studies. This one's not done. That's of red dead nettle or Lamium purpurum. I think I'll do that in the spring again when it comes out into bloom. So I have fresh specimens from life to work from. Buttercup. So these are basically like botanical study breakdowns, not super exact, but just sort of showing lifestyle. And then I had a series I'm working on that I worked on out of order. So a collection of spring flowers, collection of summer flowers are here. This is actually the first painting I did after my son was born, so actually really struggled with it. I felt like I kind of forgot how to paint with watercolors for a bit, and my hands were still kind of numb from the carpal I got while I was pregnant. This is the winter flowers collection, and again this was I think the second painting I did, so I was still feeling rusty. And then I have one for fall flowers. Just thought it would be a fun series to do. This is a really cool idea I have of plants from places that I visited. So I have this dream one day to have this book of all the places I visited, because I have gone to many remote parts of Canada and British Columbia, and visited a lot of different ecosystems in the past. So like deserts, hot springs, marshes, you name it. And I've found a lot of plants. And at the time, I was too busy exploring to be able to paint them all. But now I'm a little bit more, what would you call, landlocked with my new role as a mom. So I have more time to paint, less time to explore, in some ways. So this is the first of the collection. This is for Liard Hot Springs, which is actually very, very north BC, sort of on the BC and Yukon border. So it's very much on your way. If you're from the US and you're listening to this, it's right on your way to Alaska. And I was actually born up there. So this is a collection of plants found in that specific ecosystem, and these are plants that I found while I was up there. And one of them is really cool, called Drosera. This is the leaf, and that is an enlarged flower. This is actually a native carnivorous plant that we have here in the Pacific Northwest and the northern regions if you're in the hot springs area. So my idea with part of this book, or to have another book like this, is to have a page for each sort of place or ecosystem that I've visited and the unique plants there, and then sort of make notes on them on the back of the page. Luna is here helping out. So this is the page I was working on when the nap schedule went to the wayside. So this is just sort of practice for painting different flowers, and I just kind of called it Wildflowers of North America, because these are a bunch of wildflowers you can find in all different parts of North America. And I'm pretty happy with all of them. I don't like this. This is supposed to be Herb Robert. And what did I do? Oh yes, I used Cobalt Violet. And I think I'm actually going to take Cobalt Violet out of my palette because it granulates so much. It's okay when you're using it sometimes on really high quality Arches watercolor paper and you start with wet into wet because it locks the pigment in more. But if you're using this paper and you're going wet on dry, which doesn't lock your pigment in place on the paper as much, it moves around. So anyway, I had to do a whole bunch of fixing up. So this went way too dark. I think it still looks like a wild geranium, but it doesn't actually look like Herb Robert, which is the one I was trying to paint, which is funny because I thought it was going to be the easiest one out of all of these to paint. This one, not thrilled with. I used a bit of neutral tint for shading, and I really should have stuck with Moon Glow because it's taken it just a little bit too dull. And then I'm not sure about the Columbine. I just always have issues painting Columbine, but I love the Skunk Cabbage. This is a single bloom from Fireweed. I'm really happy with that. Glacier Lily, Wood Lily, and Trillium. Love these ones. Anyway, it's a learning process, and there's always a risk when you do a whole big page of flowers like this that one's not gonna turn out the way you want it to. I have what I have left to do. This is called Bug Gloss. I've actually never seen it in real life. This is why I called this page Plants or Flowers of North America, because I wanted to paint some things I hadn't also seen. Most of this I have. So what I have left is a violet mallow and a chocolate lily to put together, and I think that'll really pull the page together because these are some colors that are going to balance out all this warm color here. These are all cool. So that's that page that's frozen in time. Hopefully I can get back to painting more soon. And that's all I have right now for that. So those are my projects lingering that I would really like to pick up again. And then the book that I have... Oh, you're joining in too? This is called Wildflowers of the Pacific Northwest. I don't think this is in print anymore. It's a book that my grandma gave me. And it is illustrated by her friend. I believe he's passed away now, Frank Beebe. She used to work at the Royal BC Museum as an archaeologist, and she was an illustrator for the department for a lot of the years before she became a collections manager. Anyway, I really, really like this book. Text by George A. Winifred, I think. George A. and Winifred Hardy. Okay, 2 people. Published in Saskatoon, Canada. So it just has a lot of interesting representation of plants, and then all of these beautiful, beautiful illustrations done of wildflowers found in the Pacific Northwest. I've actually really not had a big chunk of time to really sit down and look at every single illustration in detail. You can see that it's broken up into colors, so pink to purple. A lot of plant ID books are broken up like this, so you can, you know, see what color plant flower you're trying to ID and at least go to the color section to narrow it down. There's a very big glossary and index. Looks like a few pages are stuck together. But yeah, that is the book that I have, and there's this beautiful, looks like gouache illustration I think he was using. If you ever find it at a used bookstore, I recommend picking it up. And that is everything I have on my desk right now. So I'm looking forward to seeing you guys again soon when I have a little bit more to show you. Well, we thought this video wouldn't be complete without a real life little look at behind the camera. So here we are, no makeup mommy and baby boy. A little bit of spit up. And he's hoping he can let his mom do some more watercolor painting in the next few weeks. We also have Luna here helping out with all the videos. Thank you so much for watching this February What's on My Desk update. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel as well, and you will get notified when I post new videos, and I'll see you in the next one.